Good evening, everyone, from Larry Knight Field in Sumrall. The Bobcats are back home to take on the Seminary Bulldogs. It's Covington County versus Lamar County. I'm Kelly Sander along with producer engineer Jeremy Thompson. Bobcats in their home whites. I know they like those powder blue uniforms, but I really like these classic white uniforms. Cross Sibley on the mound warming up, and he will face the Seminary Bulldog lineup, which is as follows. Laden Mclaren, the second baseman, leads off. He'll be followed by the shortstop, Logan Kraft. Craig Bullock, the outstanding third baseman for Seminary, will bat third, and he'll be followed by the cleanup man, Eli McNeish. He's playing first. Tucker Woods playing the outfield. Woods batting fifth. Tyler Keys, the center fielder, bats sixth. Then Isaac Mcqueen bats seventh. He's the Bulldog DH. Wade Barr is the catcher, batting eighth, and then batting ninth is Donovan Hale. The pitcher will bat for himself. Again, Jaden Nicholas also playing the outfield for Seminary. Cross Sibley on the mound. He'll be throwing it to Ethan Altman. The way the Sumrall lineup looks, Hayden Barrett, who hit a home run last night, he's playing left field and leading off. Ty Little batting second, playing second. Marshall Phillips at shortstop, who got some innings on the mound last night. He's batting third. He'll be followed by Hayden Nord, the cleanup man. Nord playing the hot corner at third. Levi Odom, the DH, batting fifth tonight. He was the winning pitcher in last night's game. Batting sixth and playing first base is Andrew Knight. Ethan Altman behind the plate bats seventh, and then rounding out the batting order for Sumrall is Cade Dito in right and Hayes Rayner in center. So here we go. Our first pitch at 6:34. A scheduled 6:30 start. The first pitch from Sibley is a swing and a miss to Laden Mclaren, the Seminary second baseman. Sumrall right back at it again tomorrow as they will go to Smoky Harrington Park in Hattiesburg to take on the Tigers. That's a 2 o'clock scheduled start. Slap foul there. Makes it 0-2. Sibley with a 1-0 record on the year. Of course, Sumrall now 4-0. Looking to keep it perfect tonight. The wind blowing out toward left, which is kind of unusual for Larry Knight Field. This ballpark, normally it blows out toward right field. Under a full moon here tonight. The 0-2 pitch out high and away at 89 miles an hour from the left side. Sumrall Bobcat Baseball on the web, powered by Dandy Dan's with 2 locations in Bellevue and Sumrall. Got a piece of that breaking ball and stays alive at 1 and 2. Dandy Dan's with a great selection of coffees to get your day started, whether it's a weekday or a weekend. And those fresh biscuits in the morning, sausage biscuits, your choice of Link or Patty. Dandy Dan's always there when you need them. Big supporters of Sumrall baseball. The 1-2 pitch. He got him on strikes. Fastball on the inside corner. McLaurin kind of a haphazard swing. And here is Logan Kraft now, the Seminary shortstop. The JV won big via the shutout. Even though the wind blowing toward left, the outfielders for Sumrall have shaded the Seminary hitters toward right field. First pitch from Sibley is a swing and a miss strike at 87 miles an hour. Barrett in left, Hayes Rayner in center, and Cade Dito in right. The infield left to right for the Rawcats has Norred at third, swing and a miss, strike 2. Marshall Phillips at short, Ty Little at second, and Andrew Knight at first. And again, your battery is Sibley and Altman. Sibley working quickly. The 0-2 pitch. Swung and fouled away to the right side. That'll get over to the football field. 0-2 the count. So again, Sumrall's busy this week. A game Tuesday at JA, last night at Petal, tonight here at home against Seminary, and then tomorrow the Hub City Kitties over at Smoky Harrington. Inside, and that hit him. Sibley had him 0-2 and then plunked him. So Logan Kraft is aboard with one away, and here comes Craig Bullock, the third baseman.
Third baseman, Craig Bullock.
Or Seminary just a hop, skip, and a jump down 589. The other direction from Purvis, it's in a whole other county. Sibley, being left-handed, can check that runner. First pitch right down the tube for strike one. Sibley has thrown nothing but strikes so far here tonight. Has been sitting 86, topping 89. And he is headed to Jones next year. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, here's a grounder towards second. They will make the play at first base, which was the safe play. So on the fielder's choice, Bullock is out and Kraft advances to second, 2 away, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Eli McNeese. McNeese, a left-handed hitter that swings from the left side and throws left-handed. So Kraft will be on the move with anything hit. Now Rayner in center field shades over toward left, and you can hear the breeze going through my microphone. A nice breeze here tonight, a very comfortable night in Lamar County. Swing and a miss. That one at 86. So Sibley's been pretty consistent at 86. You've seen Sibley mature in the 3 years that he's been at Sumrall. And he's a guy that doesn't skip leg day. There's a strike on the outside corner. Every single pitch has been a strike so far from Sibley. 0-2 pitch to McNeese coming up. Except the one, of course, that he hit Logan Kraft with. There's the first one. 1-2 inside to McNeese. Should he reach, then Tucker Woods would come up to bat. The 1-2 offering. He got him on the corner with a fastball at 87 miles an hour. So Sibley strikes out 2 of the 3 outs were recorded via the strikeout. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. So we go to the bottom of the first. The Bobcats coming up to bat, and they will face Donovan Hale, the righty on the hill. We want to thank all of our sponsors, including Com South Communications, for their support of Sumrall Baseball. Alpha Insurance, the Casey Long Agency. Casey Long's been at it a long time, and when you get experienced agents, they know how to kind of think outside the box sometimes and help you with your insurance needs. Rainforest Car Wash on Highway 98. Rec Amended collision repair. If your car gets hit by a foul ball or the windshield gets smashed or whatever, Rec Amended. That's Rec with a W. We want to thank Lincoln Gatwood and his crew. Real South Hunting as well for their continued support of Sumrall Bobcat Baseball. Glad to have you with us. Don't forget our text number is 601-310-7077. And we'll make sure we get you a shout out on the air tonight. Bobcats undefeated on the year and looking to keep it that way tonight against their Covington County rivals, the Seminary Bulldogs. Throw down to second, and we're getting ready to go. And here comes Hayden Barrett, who had that blast last night late in the game over at Petal.
The fielder, Hayden Barrett.
He'll be followed by Ty Little and then Marshall Phillips. I really like these classic white uniforms for Sumrall. Most of the guys wearing those pants way down. With Coach Cooley still in quarantine, you've got Richard Broom over at first base and head coach Andy Davis over at third. God, it's a perfect night for baseball. Under the smile of the full moon. From the stretch inside, Barrett nearly got hit. And again, Donovan Hale, H-A-L-E, the pitcher for the Bulldogs. From the stretch with nobody on base, the 1-0, and that hit him in the shoulder. I'll tell you what, Hayden Barrett already is on a record pace for hit batsman this year. He's been plunked 5 times already.
Second baseman, Ty Little.
And now here's Ty Little. Little, one of two left-handed hitters in the Sumrall lineup tonight. He and Rayner will hit from the left side, though Little can swing it from either side of the dish. Shows bunt, but takes a ball outside. And charging from third base, thinking that the bunt might be on, is Craig Bullock. The 1-0 pitch. Shows bunt and takes a pitch that's too low. Donovan Hale thought he had that one, but it was called low. 2-0 now to Ty Little here in the bottom of the first inning. Sibley, they show bunt there. There's a strike, but a throw down to second base, and Barrett is there easily. So it was a strike at the plate, 2-1 the count. And again, Marshall Phillips on deck. Glad that you're with us tonight. A big crowd here on hand, as you might guess. Shows bunt again, and that's high, 3-1 to Little. The Bobcats, it'll be a cat fight tomorrow. The Bobcats and the Tigers, the Hub City Kitties. Hattiesburg High tomorrow. And there's a strike on the inside corner. And Little made the cardinal mistake of throwing the bat away before the umpire made the call. Even if it wasn't a strike, it'll be a strike if you throw that bat away prematurely. So payoff pitch coming from Hale to Little. The pitch. Too high, ball 4. So runners on first and second, and here comes Marsh. And Marshall's brother Payne was a pitcher here a couple of years ago. From the set, Hale delivers, swung on. Here's a little lazy fly ball into foul territory. McNeese is over there and makes the catch. So just like that, one pitch, one out. Marshall Phillips goes on the pop out. McNeese in foul territory, navigating his way. And in a situation like that, your teammates are yelling at you as to how much room you've got. And they let him know that he had plenty. And here's Norred now, the cleanup hitter, number 12. There's a strike on the inside corner. Norred didn't like it, but it did look like a strike from where I'm sitting, as we're high atop Larry Knight Field and the third floor of the press box here, but we get a bird's eye view of home plate. We are right over top of it. Norred, who likes to set up shop with that back foot nearly on the back line of the batter's box. Now they've got him in a pickle or a hot box, whatever you want to call it here. Barrett is out. So a base running faux pas, which is really unusual, especially for Barrett. But wisely, Little advanced to second, knowing that either way, he was going to be at second base and in scoring position. So 2 outs now. The Bobcats had the makings of a really big inning, and that could still happen, but they're going to have to do it now with 2 outs. Little at second base, and the 0-1 count to Norred. So Donovan Hale helped himself there as the runners were taking off. Here's the 0-1. Too low, a ball and a strike now, with Levi Odom on deck. 601-310-7077. If you're not at the ballpark tonight, and just about everybody is, it seems, where are you, and where are you watching the game from? Here's the 1-1. High and away, 2-1 to Norred. Saw Hayden's brother Holden before the game, getting some soft drinks, getting ready for the big game. He was at the Dandy Dan location in Bellevue, getting ready to come to the park. Now a pickoff throw to second, and it's way off the mark. Little races to third. He'll get there easily, and an unforced error there by Hale puts Little at third. So now a passed ball or something in that realm would get him home. Of course, Nora would like to hit him home. Here in the bottom of the first inning, no score between the Bulldogs of Seminary and the Bobcats of Sumrall. the 2-1 pitch, and that's inside, nearly hit Norred. Donovan Hale, rather animated out there on the mound. He makes a lot of facial gestures as to if he likes the pitch. You can tell. If he doesn't like the pitch, you can tell. 3-1. Here's a drive to right center field, being tracked in right underneath it, and the catch is made. Making the catch in right, and that'll do it for the Bobcats in the bottom of the first inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and
No runs, no hits, no
one
errors.
man left on base.
And nobody left on base after inning of play. We're tied at 0.
So Norred flies to right. No score. We go to the top of the second inning. Little was stranded at third. But Sibley was rocking and rolling. And he will face Tucker Woods, who just made that catch in left field, or right field rather. Tyler Keys, the center fielder, and then Isaac Mcqueen, the designated hitter. Kelly Sander with you on a Friday night. It's so good to be back in the Sumrall family. Of course, I had the dreaded C word back in July, and I had a rough go of COVID in July, and that's why I sat out the football season. I just didn't want to take a chance being out. Everybody was so supportive. And months later, next Wednesday, I get my second vaccine, so hopefully I will have that chapter of my life well behind me. So here's Tucker Woods to face Cross the Boss. And you would think that Norred would probably get the pitching call tomorrow against the Burgers, the Hattiesburgers. The first pitch, swing and a miss. Jeremy's favorite sister, Emily, is watching and running the scoreboard. Now does Emily make her, has she proclaimed that she's your favorite sister, or have you named her the favorite sister? The only one, so she wins it by default, huh? That's a pitch that's high and away, 1-1. Although Emily has not figured out how to do the blue and yellow hearts like Mom. There's a strike. 1-2 now, Norred ahead in the count. Or check that, Sibley ahead in the count to Woods. We were talking about Norred maybe getting the start tomorrow. That'll be Andy Davis and his staff's call. 1-2 pitch, swung on, got a piece of it, and fouled it into the screen. And just a week ago tonight, we were about frozen stiff. Yeah, Germ, you missed that one. Took me about 2 hours just to get feeling back in my toes after that game. Here's the 1-2 offering. Swung on, here's a little chopper toward first. Look out, Knight's gonna have to field it and flip to first, and Sibley makes the play. First base umpire didn't make the call immediately, and sometimes as the pitcher who is supposed to run over that way to make the play can sometimes in mid-shuffle of the feet miss the bag. But nice job by Sibley getting the feet on the bag. And here's Tyler Keys, the center fielder. Covington County's not too far from Smith County, so Keys a very prominent last name in those areas. That's high and away, ball 1. Sibley originally committed to Pearl River, and then when it was announced that Larry Knight was headed to Jones, he then changed his mind and decided he too would follow his former coach to Ellisville, where he will continue to be a Bobcat. It'll just be of the Jones variety rather than the Sumrall variety. 1-1, bases empty, 1 out here for Seminary in the top of the second, no score. That's high and away, 2-1 now. Altman has done a really good job defensively for the Bobcats so far in this early campaign. And his predecessor a couple years ago, Graham Crawford, he's been doing a terrific job down at PRC. That one is fouled off, almost hit the tin roof of the executive lounge over there in right field. And the executive lounge in left field has one lone Ranger out there. 2-2 the count to Keys. The fans want a strikeout, and they got it on the breaking ball. 2 away, and here comes the designated hitter, Isaac Mcqueen. Boy, Mcqueen is a big old kid, isn't he? Another left-handed stick. Rayner on the move out there in center field will shade toward left, so they don't think that the Bulldogs are going to be able to really get around on Sibley, and it hit him. Sibley missed inside and popped Mcqueen on the elbow. So that is the second hit batsman. He beamed at Logan Kraft in the first inning. And that'll bring Wade Barr, the catcher. Barr, B-A-R-R. I think he has a brother named Hookah. First pitch, outside and high, ball 1. Raymond and Truvy McRaney are watching from the Berg tonight, watching from Hattiesburg. Go Bobcats, go. That pitch gets away. And down to second base goes Isaac Mcqueen. Raymond and Truvy say, thanks all you do for us that can't make it to the games. Well, you're welcome. We love doing it. 2-0 with 2 outs. That's inside. 3-0, and again it gets away. They'll have a play at third. Great throw, but was the throw not? The tag was a little late. Norrin had to make sure that he secured the ball on one hop. He did, but then could not make the tag in time. So Mcqueen is at third with 2 away. A couple of hiccups there by Altman has Mcqueen in scoring position, and a 3-0 count to Wade Barr, the number 8 man in the order for Seminary. There's a strike. Cross Sibley, Cross spelled K-R-O-S. I think there's a radio station, K-R-O-S. It might be in San Antonio. Swing and a miss. Sibley's done this quite a bit early in the season. He's fallen behind a couple of hitters 3-0 and then comes back and strikes them out. But that shows you the mental toughness he's got. He's never out of a count. Here's the payoff. Too low. That's a walk. And here comes Andy Davis. He wants to talk it over, because Donovan Hale, the pitcher for Seminary, he'll hit for himself, and we'll get a courtesy runner for the catcher Barr. He will come in and get the shin guards on and get ready to defend. So the Bulldogs have runners at the corners here and 2 outs in the top of the second inning. This trip to the mound brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Stacy Clark in Prentice. Talk to Stacy Clark about how you can save money by bundling your auto, home, and life insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Stacy Clark, your State Farm Insurance agent in Prentice, who's had both of her sons come through the Sumrall baseball program, Sam and Sully. And pretty close to back-to-back as they came through the program. So Donovan Hale, the number 9 man in the order. Pitcher hitting for himself here. Sibley checks the runner and comes to the plate. Swing and a miss. And I would think one of the things that Coach Davis might have been saying here is, look, this is the number 9 man in the order. Let's not get cute with him. Just load up some fastballs and make him hit it. But that one was high and away, 1-1. No score, top of the second inning. Seminary against Sumrall. Throw over to first base, the runner back in time. Yeah, we talked about a week ago tonight, our feet were frozen stiff, and now tonight we're sitting around with no jackets on. You don't like Mississippi weather? Just give it a day or two. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And Hale's got a long swing, so I would think just fastballs here would get him. The 1-2 pitch. Actually tried to defend himself and back off the plate and tapped it foul. So that is a strike. It's 1-2. It was a foul ball. So it is 1-2. Sibley looks in at Altman. Gets the sign, and here it comes. Breaking ball. Got him. He was looking for the heater, I think, and so why not bring him something he wasn't looking for? Sibley strikes him out. That's 4. He struck out 2 in each of the first 2 innings. For Seminary, no runs, no hits, no errors, but 2 men left on base.
In the inning for Seminary, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 men left on base.
So we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's Seminary nothing, Sumrall nothing. This is Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. So we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It'll be Odom, Knight, and Altman. Here in the top of the, or check that bottom of the 2nd inning. Righty versus righty, the matchup here. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Southern Miss has defeated UConn 6-5 in game 1 of that series today. Southern Miss was behind as of the 7th inning. That's inside. And came back to win it. So they'll play again tomorrow. And then end it on Sunday at 11 a.m. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike. All of our scores brought to you by our friends at Java Mo's. You don't even have to get out of the car for that cup of joe. Just drive through your favorite location of Java Mo's. 2-1 pitch is outside, 3-1. It's a big series. UConn's a pretty good team. And they threw their big stud pitcher today. And Southern Miss won it. Hale from the stretch, way inside, and Odom will take his base down at first.
First baseman, Andrew Knight.
And here comes Andrew Knight now. Andrew playing first base. And you'd think he might be available to pitch tomorrow against Hattiesburg if need be. Bobcats wearing those open-ended pants, or at least Andrew is. Throw over to first base. And Odom back in time. Andrew moving up in the order a spot. First pitch to him is a strike. That wind still blowing out toward left field. And again, normally it blows toward right. That's inside. A ball and a strike now to the Sumrall first baseman, Andrew Knight. Give us a shout on the text line, 601-310-7077. We had a ton of people watching last night. That Petal game from Petal, the 1-1, swing and a miss. And we did get the word from the Nielsen's today that we did win the ratings war in Scuba. Edging out Paradise Island. The 1-2 pitch tonight. Breaking ball, struck him out. Boy, that's the first off-speed bender that we've seen Donovan Hale load up. It was good for a strikeout, and here's the Sumrall catcher, Ethan Altman. Altman hitting 7th in the order. He'll be followed by Cade Dito. Altman had a nice game last night. Anytime you beat the Petal Panthers once in a season, it's something to brag about, but to beat them twice. And I guess in some of the tournaments that you run across, I guess there's a chance you could play them again, but most likely not. And Petal's a 6A team, Sumrall a 4A team. So, and that was behind him and hit Ethan Altman. So a hit batsman sends Odom to second. And Liam Munn will run for Altman, and that'll bring up Dito. So with 1 out, runners on first and second, coaches will argue about bunting people over with 1 out. And most coaches will come down on the side of not doing it. You know, with no outs they would, but not with 1. And Dito doesn't show bunt and takes a called strike. Scoreless, Sumrall and Seminary here in the bottom of the second in Lamar County. The 0-1 outside. 1-1 now to Cade Dito. Cade plays football as well. The wide receiver, has been used as a quarterback. Just loves playing. Good kid, too. Of course, I don't know any of these kids that aren't just terrific. And that's inside. That almost hit him. And it did hit him. I think the home plate umpire wants to talk to the base umpire. Dito looked back at the home plate umpire as if to say, that hit me. And the home plate umpire awarded him first base. And then he's going out to the base umpire to have a discussion here. As you know, do you have to award first base if they don't make an attempt to move? And that's what Clay Bush wants to talk about. He made no attempt to get out of the way. And it could even be perceived that he, leaned into it a little bit. But it'll go as another hit batsman. That is the 3rd in 2 innings. So the Cats have the bases loaded here with 1 out. And Hayes Rayner, the center fielder up there, one of the 2 left-handed sticks in the lineup for Sumrall. So you got a right-handed pitcher, a left-handed hitter. This is a situation that favors Sumrall because a left-handed hitter, normally you pull the ball, and if you pull it to second base here on the ground, even though Rayner could possibly get out, it would, under normal circumstances, plate the run from third. First pitch swung on, and that's exactly what happened, and it gets by McNeese and in the corner. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. 3 runs will score. Rayner on his way to third. It is a triple for Hayes Rayner, and the Rollers lead it 3-0. A 3-run triple. for Hayes Rayner.
Hayden Barrett.
3 RBIs. And now here's Barrett, who got beaned his first time up. There's a strike on the inside corner. So a runner on third, 1 out. So Barrett would like a hit or anything to the right side or even a sac fly to plate another run. And that one is fisted off the bat to the left side. Sumrall gets 3. Here in the bottom of the second inning. That's outside. 1-2 now to Hayden Barrett. Sumrall batting in the bottom of the second inning. Grabbing a 3-0 lead. That's inside. 2-2. Boy, that was a nice hit by Rayner. That thing was a worm burner and stayed about a foot fair all the way down the line. 2-2 pitch. Took something off of it and missed inside. 3-2 now. Donovan Hale, the starter for Seminary, has consistently gone out of the stretch. Well, you got to see Rayner's speed there too. And he was flying around the bases. Payoff pitch, swung on, chopped foul. So Barrett stays alive. Well, it was good to see Hayden get a hold of that one last night, man. It was out of there at Petal, and people were saying, there's that power. Stacy Clark with a text of congratulations. I think Uncle Ernie texted in. Everybody likes Hayden. Here's the 3-2. Too high, ball 4, he's on again. Runners at the corners.
Second base.
1 out.
Little.
And here's the other left-handed stick, Ty Little, who walked his first time up, wound up being Hale takes a look, and of course Barrett's going with the first pitch. He's so fast, and he goes there without a throw. So defensive indifference gets him to second, and it's a strike to Ty Little. The 0-1, and that hits him right in the middle of the back. He's on again. Another hit batsman. That is 4 hit batsmen in 2 innings. And here's Marshall Phillips, who popped to McNeese at first base. On the very first pitch, Marshall, they'll encourage him to be a little bit more patient, and he takes a bender there for a strike. Because Marshall is certainly one of the stronger guys on the team, and if he gets something he likes, he could yank it out of here. That pitch is outside. And the right-handed hitters tonight get the advantage of the wind blowing out toward left. 3-0 Sumrall. Here in the bottom of the second, they're looking for more. The 1-1 pitch, that's way behind him. It's 2-1 now with Hayden Norred on deck. We've not heard from your mom tonight, Jerm, in the text line. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's inside. Bounces right back to the catcher, but wisely Rayner stays put because with the count being 3-1 and the bases loaded, no need for him to take a chance of getting rung up at the plate when one more bad pitch would score him anyway. The 3-1. There's a strike. So the count fills up now at 3-2 to Marshall Phillips. 1 away here in the bottom of the second. And the bases are full of Bobcats. Rayner at third, Barrett at second, Little at first. Swing and a miss. Marshall Phillips down on strikes. 2 away. And Norred is the 9th man to the plate here in the inning.
third baseman Hayden Barrett.
And Graham Crawford actually in the dugout for Sumrall tonight. They've got a big series tomorrow at Pearl River. So runners will be going on contact with 2 away. The first pitch to Norrid is inside, ball 1. Hale thought he had that one. Norrid hitting in the cleanup spot for Andy Davis. Andy, the head coach here now. The 1-0 pitch. That's low. 2-0 now. So do you let Norrid swing away here on 2-0, or do you have him take until he gets a strike? We'll see how Andy Davis decides to play it here. Our cameras are mounted and are locked down inside corner for a strike. 2-1 to Hayden Norrid. Should he reach, then Levi Odom would come up, and Odom started the whole inning with a walk. The 2-1, tapped foul. 2-2 the count now. Three runs on 1 hit for the Bobcats. That's the triple by Rayner. He's got all of the RBIs tonight for the good guys. And I say good guys as a cliche. The Seminary guys are good guys too, but you know what I mean. Sumrall looking for more. They've plated 3 here in the second. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Norrid. Oh man, that was right there. And he's down on strikes to end the inning. So 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors and 3 men left on.
In the bottom of the second for Sumrall, 1 hit, 3 runs, no errors, and 3 men left on base after 2 innings of play. Sumrall 3, Seminary 0.
You're watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball powered by Dandy Dan's. Back at Larry Knight Field in Sumrall tonight. Glad that you're with us, and you can always have access to us in the press box here at 601-310-7077. Cross Sibley back on the mound, and he'll face the top of the order for Seminary. Laden Mclaren, Logan Kraft, and Craig Bullock. Sumrall looking to go 5-0 on the year. We want to thank one of our sponsors, Java Mo's, with a new location in Poplarville, right across from the Pearl River Community College campus. You don't even have to get out of that car to get that cup of Joe. Just drive to your favorite location of Java Mo's.
Second baseman, Laden Mclaren.
So funny, I'll go to Java Mo's and I'll just ask them for a regular cup of coffee, and they look at me like I'm from another planet, you know, because I don't know all about the maca laka motes and lattes and all those things like that. There's a swing and a miss by McLaurin. He struck out his first time up. Sibley struck out 2 in the first and 2 in the second. That's inside, 1-1. The wind now has deadened. No wind at all now to speak of. There's a breaking ball that's high, 2-1. So we talk about the depth of this pitching staff for Sumrall. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Check swing, but he called strike anyway, 2-2. Sibley, Norrid, Phillips, Odom, Morales, Knight. And it goes on and on. Strike three on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch. And McLaurin down on strikes for the second time tonight. One away, bases empty. And here's Logan Kraft. And of course, there's younger guys, coming up that could also throw. Breaking ball, strike on the inside corner. Beautiful. Kraft was hit by a pitch his first time up. Actually, Sibley was ahead in the count against him, 0-2, before he nailed him in the middle of the back. The 0-1 pitch swung on. Here's a shot to first. Knight will take it himself. And there's two away. Alertly, Andrew Knight fielded that ball and then put his right hand up to tell the pitcher, there's no need for you to come. I've got it. Good job by Knight, two away. And that'll bring up Craig Bullock.
Third baseman, Craig Bullock.
Bullock reached on reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Base is empty, two away. And that hit him. Boy, the hit parade continues, but not in a good way. Sibley has beaned three tonight. He hasn't walked anybody, but he's beaned three. First pitch to McNeese, swing and a miss. Boy, big free swinging first baseman. And he made a gallant effort to try to get Rayner's shot down the line, but it just got under his glove. There's a foul tip. So Sibley ahead of McNeese now, 0-2. Bullock at first base with two away here in the top of the third. Sumrall leading Seminary 3-0. Pretty doggone good Sumrall team here. Swung on, that one's dribbled down the third baseline. That's foul. Norred will get it back into play. I've seen a few Sumrall teams now over the years. I'm not sure top to bottom there's a team that's been as deep pitching that I've seen. I have to clarify that. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And down go the Bulldogs in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. One man left on base.
No runs, no hits, no errors. One man left on base after 2.5 innings of
So we go to the bottom of the third inning. It's Sumrall 3, Seminary nothing. You're watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. Well, they got this new speakers working tonight, or at least temporarily, anyway. Always great choices of music here. And Levi Odom will lead it off. But I was talking about the depth of the Sumrall pitching staff, but where I was going beyond that is that I think you'd have to go a long way to find a Sumrall team that has had this much team speed top to bottom as well. It is really a fast running team. Inside to Odom, ball one. Again, Levi, the son of Lee and Brandy Odom. Wind has freshened again, blowing out to left field. 1-0 pitch. Strike on the corner. The major leaguers will start April 1st. Monday is March 1st, believe it or not. Andrew Knight on deck as the Cats bat here in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss. Odom way out of ahead of a spinner. Seminary's had some great teams over the years. Jeff Graves was the coach. Jeff is a Sumrall native, a Lamar County native, and coached Seminary to some of the best teams they've had. That just missed inside, 2-2. But he has since retired. And Clay Bush, now the head man at Seminary. As you hear the wind go through the microphone, even with a windscreen on it. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter for Sumrall. Outside 3-2 to Levi Odom. What did we decide? That the Odoms were Luke, Levi, Lou, and Leo. The payoff pitch, tapped foul. Odom stays alive. This is the best seat in the house up here on the 3rd floor of the Crystal Palace, as we like to call it, but they're cooking hamburgers over down here to the right of us, and man, that aroma always seems to creep its way right up here into the press box. The 3-2 pitch, again foul. Darren and Angie are watching. That must be the Whites. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on. Here's a drive down the left field line. It is twisting. Will it stay fair? It does, and it is gone. Aloha on the steel guitar. Levi Odom has gone yard.
Home run, Levi Odom.
It looked like for a minute that it was going to go foul. But then it got up in the jet stream and it kept it on a straight line and it stayed just inside the foul pole. So good for Levi. A solo homer makes it a 4-0 baseball game. And here's Andrew Knight. Andrew 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch to him is upstairs, ball 1. That's got to be the Whites, Darren and Angie. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. And Angie's figured out how to do the blue and yellow hearts there too. One and one the count to Andrew Knight. Breaking ball, strike. Knight hitting 6th tonight. Ethan Altman, the catcher, on deck, bases empty. Nobody out here in the 3rd. Swing and a miss. Knight is out. 1 away, and that'll bring up Ethan Altman.
Catcher, Ethan Altman.
I'm missing an Odom boy. There's 5? Which one am I missing, y'all? Let me know on our text line. I know there's Luke. I mentioned Luke, Levi, Lou, and Leo. Which is the other L that I'm missing? Make sure you text me. I'll make sure I get that corrected. Swung on. That one's foul by Altman. Certainly don't want to slight any of the Odom boys. Altman was hit by a pitch and scored his first at bat. That was last inning. The 0-1 to him inside. 1-1. That's from the 228 area code. Karen Thompson is kind of watching. Germ. Karen is kind of watching. Kind of watching is what the text says. Yeah. Kind of watching, listening, and visiting with family. That counts. That counts as watching, kind of watching. 1-2 the count to Ethan Altman. The pitch from Hale. Swung on. Here's a chopper outside of third. So the count stays 1-2. That's got to be kind of cool if you're Ethan Altman and you're sitting in the dugout next to Graham Crawford. The Sumrall, great catcher, man. I just think Graham Crawford's the best high school catcher I've ever seen. 1-2 pitch. Outside 2-2. Of course, he's at Pearl River now, but has committed to a school in Tuscaloosa that many of you have probably heard about. It's been in all the papers. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, another foul ball wide of third. So Altman with a good at bat here. We've talked about you don't necessarily have to get on base to have a good at bat. Just make that pitcher throw a lot of extra pitches. 2-2 pitch. Inside, and it hit him. Altman gets hit for the second time.
Right fielder, K. Dito.
And it'll be Liam Munn again. And Dito will come up, and he was plunked last time. 4 runs, 2 hits, no errors for Sumrall. Zeros across the board for Seminary. Dito hitting 8th in the order and playing right field. Runner going, pitch way outside, and Munn stole that on Hale because Hale never looked at him. And when Munn saw that he was going undetected, he just took off. So Munn, running for Altman, is at second base with 1 out. And Dito could plate him with a base hit. Swung on. There's a shot foul over to the Seminary dugout. The Bulldogs over here in our third base dugout. The Cats over here in our first base dugout. Cruz Digger Freeman had surgery this morning. Here's prayers to the Freeman family that everything went okay with the Digger. A ball, a strike, and an out. Hayes Rayner on deck. He's been the man of the hour. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Dito way out ahead of a spinner. And when Hale has been effective with his pitches tonight, it has been with the off-speed stuff. He's had control problems, and they've got Munn in a rundown again. Throw, and a bad throw gets over the third baseman's head. Throw to the plate, not in time, and Liam Munn literally generated a run with his speed and quickness. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And one of the things that made that successful, is that he never hesitated. Once he took off, he was not about to stop. And you make the defense execute. In a poor exchange, swing and a miss. And there you go with Dito going down on strikes. That's 2 away now.
Center fielder, Hayes Rayner.
That generated an extra run that Sumrall may not have gotten. So credit Liam Munn for getting that one literally on his own. And here's Rayner now, who tripled to clean off the bases. His first at bat. Pushes a bunt down third base, but it goes wide. Rayner plays center when Sibley pitches, and he has made the most of his opportunities this year. I like this kid. The 0-1 inside. 1-1 now. That wind freshening again out toward left field. Hayden Barrett on deck as Graham Crawford goes walking back into the dugout. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on. Here's a drive to center field. Right at Keys, who makes the catch to retire the side. But Rayner got good wood on it, so to speak. He lines out to center field, and Sumrall's done. But the Bobcats do come up with 2 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and nobody left on base.
The Bobcats, 2 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and there was nobody left on base. After 3 innings of play, Sumrall 5, Seminary 0.
This is the home of Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's, with 2 locations to serve you, in Bellevue and in Sumrall. I often stop into the Bellevue location and get my coffee in the morning. They've got that house blend. They've got decaf, which a lot of places don't offer decaffeinated coffee. And then I stop and get a good sausage biscuit or whatever might be in the offing for the morning. Dandy Dan's. And we got a text from the Freemans that everything went good with Digger and feeling good right now. So glad to hear that. And Lanny Odom is the one we're missing. Lanny Odom is the 5th Odom boy that begins with an L. So our apologies to Lanny. We had left him out until tonight. So we salute you, Lanny Odom. And here we go now. Tucker Woods leads it off here in the top of the 4th inning. Swung on and laced foul out of play. The right side. Old Digger Freeman's quite an athlete now. There's another guy that hates to lose. One of the select few that got to wear that Mojo uniform. Breaking pitch, missed there, 1-1. To Tucker Woods, he's batting 5th in the order. He grounded to Knight, who threw the ball to Sibley, who was covering in his first at bat. 1-1 pitch off the plate, 2-1. So 5 Odoms that begin with L, 3 Knights that begin with A, and 4 Norrids that begin with H. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. We'll be at Smoky Harrington Park tomorrow at 2 o'clock. The newly revamped Smoky Harrington Park, where your Sumrall Bobcats will be playing Hattiesburg High. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Tucker Woods. 1 away. That is the 7th strikeout for Sibley. He has been consistent. He has struck out 2 in every inning up to this point.
Center fielder Tyler Keys.
He struck out McLaurin and McNeese in the first. Keys and Hale in the second. McLaurin and McNeese again in the third. And now he struck out Woods, and he's ahead of Keys with strike 1. 5-0. The Rollers leading it here in the top of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. It's all about ball in the raw, y'all. Here's the 0-2. Did get a piece of that one and scoots it down the first baseline foul. Cross Sibley, 3-year starter. Say moved to the area from Grenada back when he was 10 years old. Here's the 0-2. Too high. 1-2. The outfield, Barrett in left, Rayner in center, Dito in right. The 1-2 pitch. He got him. Altman tagged him. And that's another strikeout. the 8th on the night. And that keeps that streak going of 2 per inning. And here's Isaac Mcqueen, who got beaned his first time up.
Isaac McQueen.
Those outfielders will shift around now toward left, thinking he'll go the opposite way as he fouls that one into the screen. When Seminary plays at home, they've got that place called the Dog Pound. And man, they cook some great food out there in the Dog Pound in Seminary. The Odom's grandfather, Michael, is it Risley or Risley? Michael, thank you for watching. And thank you for the kind words. Well, you guys are all so kind to me. Thank you. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's low, 2-1. Somebody said they should make a T-shirt that says "All about ball in the raw," y'all. Or you'd have to slow down and read that, you know. There's a grounder to short. Phillips has got it, gobbles it up, throws to first, and that's that. So the Bobcats are on their game tonight. They retire in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the Bobcats 5, the Bulldogs nothing. This is Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. Back here at Larry Knight Field in Sumrall, the Bobcats come to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning, looking to extend a 5-0 lead. And again, thank you, Levi Odom's grandfather, Mr. Mike, for the kind words. That's from the 228 area code. And the T-shirt idea came from the 318 area code. So we've got Sumrall fans all over the place.
Left fielder Hayden Barrett.
So here's Hayden Barrett to lead it off in the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Barrett, Little, and Phillips, the scheduled hitters for Andy Davis. Boy, his team is playing relaxed and loosey-goosey. They are having a lot of fun. And the old adage that you never know what you have until you lose it, you know, just being able to be at the ballpark and just play baseball. This COVID thing has just been a mess in so many different ways. First pitch is high and inside. Barrett got plunked in the first and he walked in the second. So he's been on both times, and that's his job, is to get on base. The 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Shout out to Hayden Barrett. Aunt D is watching from the coast. That's from the 228 area code. Glad to have you along, Aunt D. Hayden Barrett, one of my favorites. Here's the 2-0. Swung on. Here's a drive down the left field line, but that one is twisting foul, but he hit it 1.5 miles. If he straightens that one out, it's on Highway 589. That was hit a long way. Melissa Walsh, Tyler Walsh's mom, is watching tonight. That's off the end of the bat. Is that a fair ball? Do they think it hit him? But the end of the bat is part of the end of the bat, and his hand is part of the bat. Barrett is saying it went off of his hand, but the umpire is saying the hand is part of the bat. It went into fair territory. Barrett didn't run because he thought he got hit, but the hand is part of the bat. So Hale from Seminary went ahead and made the throw, and he was called out. Barrett is showing, and you can see right there, he's showing his teammates where the ball hit his hand, but at least in the old days, the hand is part of the bat. So if it did hit his hand, like he said it did, and the ball went into fair territory, I hate to say it, Hayden, but I think you're out. But again, in the old days, too, if the ball hit home plate and bounced forward, it was a fair ball. So we'll see how they're going to call this here. For the time being, Barrett has been ruled out. Melissa Walsh, we mentioned that Tyler Walsh's mom. Tyler is an 8th grade, is a catcher on the middle school team. Are they going to give Barrett the base? Or are they just going to say it was a foul ball? And I think Clay Bush is arguing what I had said earlier, that the hand is part of the bat. And that if it was going to be called a dead ball, it should have been called immediately. But this discussion by the umpire and the coach brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Stacy Clark in Prentice. Find out how you can save your premium dollars by bundling your home, auto, and life insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Stacy Clark, a Sumrall legacy with Sam and Sully coming through the program. She is your State Farm agent in Prentice. So the discussion continues. Don't forget, tomorrow at 2 o'clock, we'll be over in Hattiesburg. They're just going to rule it a foul ball, it now would appear. So new life for Hayden Barrett when it appeared that he was out. The count is 1-2 to reset the table, and here's the pitch. Swung on, here's a drive down the left field line. That one is twisting foul, and that one is out of the ballpark. Holy Toledo. What did he have for breakfast? We've told you Barrett packs a mean punch. He is really strong for as vertically challenged as he is. That's one of those millennial terms you can't say short anymore. You just say vertically challenged. But man, is he strong. Straighten it out, Hayden. The 1-2 pitch. There's a shot down the third base line. That one is foul. It bounced fair, and then the first hop it took, it went foul. So Barrett will have to come back and try it again. Boy, if they were doing a shift in the major leagues, they would put every guy they had on defense down that left field line, because that's where Barrett is hitting everything. Ty Little was waiting for him at home plate to give him that bat again. Ty Little is another one that's all muscle. Count stays 1-2 to Hayden Barrett. He's the leadoff hitter here in the 4th inning. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Here's a drive to center field. Ball is well hit. Keys tracking it. It's over his head. It goes all the way to the wall. Barrett rounds second. He's on his way to third. We may have a play. The throw at third. Not in time. Barrett is there. There's that speed again. Speed kills. I love watching these guys run the bases, man. I love it. He did not hesitate at all. And you can't. Keys knew off the bat that he was in trouble. But you have to play the ball shallow until the other team makes you pay. And you saw Barrett's power there. So Little, he has walked and been hit by a pitch. And he would love to get Barrett home here and put up an RBI. The first pitch to him is inside, ball 1. Sumrall leading 5-0, batting here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 1-0 pitch, outside. Oh, Levi's granddad Mike is here at the ballpark tonight, even though that's a 228 area code. There's a strike, 2-1. Ty Little, if he can pull anything to the right side of the infield, it'll plate the run. That's outside. 3-1. And that's ideally what he would like to get, something inside that he can pull to the right side of the infield. Doesn't necessarily need to get a hit, just put it in play to the right side. The 3-1 pitch, there's a strike on the corner, and he knew it. So now he'll have to get to work with the count full at 3-2. Marshall Phillips in the on-deck circle. Sumrall scored 3 in the second, 2 more in the third, and here they're batting in the fourth. That hits him right in the middle of the back. And Ty's a little disgusted, but he, like the sportsman he is, throws the ball back to the pitcher. That's the second time in a row he's had one planted right in the middle of his back. Boy, you just keep thinking that Marshall Phillips, he is so due right now. I mean, he's just so due to just knock one out of the ballpark. So here is, they thought that Little would be going on first movement, but he's back to the bag. Somebody has texted in wanting to know what the ruling was on Hayden Barrett, and the ruling was a foul ball. And the person that texted in said hit by pitch or out, right? And that's what I thought. Because back when I was a kid, if the ball hit your hand and then caromed into fair territory, it was a fair ball and therefore in play. So he would have been out in that case. Or if he'd have been hit by the pitch, if they ruled it hit by a pitch, he would have been awarded first base. But they ruled it a foul ball. Pitch is inside, and all the way down to second goes Little. So runners on second and third, a base hit would plate 2. Marshall Phillips popped to first base in the first. He struck out in the second. And man, he is so due. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on. Fouled to the left side. All of Marshall Phillips's uncles, and I'll have to check maybe in his family too, but I know all of his uncles were named after counties in the state of Mississippi. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. We certainly miss his Uncle Forrest, who was a mainstay in Hattiesburg sports world, was tragically killed in an auto accident a year or so ago. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, was able to get a piece of that one. And then his dad is Perry, so we know that Forest County is a name. We know that Perry County is another one. I'm trying to remember. Marshall, I think, is a county in Mississippi. Don't know my geography as well as I should, even after being here 35 years. The 1-2 pitch coming up. Too low. Marshall wanted to pull the trigger there, but did not. Florida Atlantic leading Southern Miss 43-30 at half in men's basketball. All of our scores brought to you by our friends at Java Mo's. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Here's a little blooper into right field. Bounced over McNeese's glove. This will score 2. Scoring all the way from second is Little. It's a 2 RBI single for Marshall Phillips. And it is 7-0 Sumrall. And we may be getting a pitching change here for the Bulldogs. We are indeed. Sumrall has put across 3 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 more here in the fourth. They've got a runner on first with nobody out and a pitching change coming up. We'll take a break down the line. This is Sumrall Bobcat Baseball powered by Dandy Dan's. Logan Kraft comes on to pitch for the Bulldogs. He started out this game at shortstop. So he and Donovan Hale will just swap positions. Kraft will come on to pitch and Hale will go to short. 2 o'clock game time tomorrow. Sumrall at Hattiesburg. The Bobcats against the Tigers. What a cat fight that ought to be. Brent Barham in his first year as the coach of the Tigers. Longtime coach Joe Hartfield retiring. So again, we hope to be on the air right about 2 o'clock and hope the weather will cooperate. The full moon smiling on us here tonight in Lamar County. A couple of RBIs for Marshall Phillips has made it a 7-0 ball game. And here's Norred now, who has flown to right and has struck out looking. Really, up until that hit from Phillips, Phillips and Norred have been pretty quiet tonight. Phillips has tremendous speed at first base. First pitch from Kraft, and here's a pop-up. This is a moonshot to the infield. Kraft taking charge, and he's there to make the catch. Normally, a pitcher should not take that ball. A first or third baseman should come in and get it. But because you don't want the pitcher tripping over anything or anything that might cause an injury. But there is one out now. And here's Levi Odom, who has walked and scored, and he has homered. A solo shot in his last at bat. And Grandpa Mike got to see it. Brandy's dad, his mom's father. And it's blowing, that wind blowing out toward left. First pitch to him here, swing and a miss. And I don't mean to imply that the wind helped the first one. The wind didn't need to help it. He got all of it. 7-0, Sumrall. The only inning that they were blanked was the first. Then they got 3 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 more here in the fourth. And it's not that the Cats are playing slack competition. These are good teams they're playing. 0-1 pitch. There's strike 2. I thought that Jackson Academy would have put up a better fight. I think that's the general consensus. Sumrall walloped the Raiders earlier this week. And they've swept the Panthers of Petal, the 0-2. That gets away from the catcher, and Marshall Phillips will take his spot down there. So he's in scoring position. Ty Little's younger brothers are also T's. Oh my gosh, we've got 4 Littles. Tate and Trace. Thank you, Aunt Nikki, for that nugget of information. Man, oh man, I'm gonna need a flow chart before the end of the year. That breaking ball missed. 2-2 to Levi Odom with Andrew Knight on deck. Oh boy, add that to the puzzle. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play. Odom looking for the heater there, got it, and just couldn't square it up. So 3 Littles that all begin with T's. I'm trying to keep this straight in my mind now. 3 Knights that all begin with A. 4 Norrids that all begin with H. And 5 Odoms that begin with L. Okay, got it. Odom asks for time and gets it. Phillips doesn't have to go anywhere at second base, so he'll let the ball, where the ball goes, determine whether he runs. Anything to the right side, he'll run. There's a strike, and he's out. Odom took the fastball on the corner for strike 3, and that's 2 outs.
First baseman Andrew Knight.
And here's Andrew Knight. Andrew would really like to get one in play here. So with 2 outs, Phillips will be going on contact. Kraft has done nothing but load up heaters. First pitch here. That was off speed, but high and tight tonight. Andrew's Uncle Steve, the longtime coach at William Carey University men's basketball, he's been battling the COVID virus. The William Carey men's team was beaten in the first round of the SSAC tournament over in Birmingham, I believe yesterday. Mike Peterson, our normal public address announcer here at Larry Knight Field, he's quarantined because of COVID-19. Coach Steve Cooley at Sumrall, he's quarantining. Here's the 1-0. Low, 2-0. Should Knight reach, then Ethan Altman would come to bat. And we're all Cats batting in the bottom of the 4th, leading 7-0. The 2-0, that nearly hit him. Knight had to bail out on that one. So it's 3-0. And I think before it's all said and done, Andrew's going to be taller than Alex. And why is it that always the youngest one always seems to be the biggest one? Not true? I don't know, it just always seems that way. The 3-0 pitch. That's there. And the umpire made like it was a strike 3 call, but that's just strike 1. Strike 1, yes. Logan Kraft on in relief of Donovan Hale. And Cross Sibley has pretty much had calm waters the entire game. The 3-1. Strike 2. Count fills at 3-2, and it was there. Andrew just looks a little bit, he just doesn't look very confident right at this moment. The payoff pitch, and that hit him. Boy, there have been a lot of hit batters tonight. And that has infuriated some of the Sumrall crowd. And of course, no pitcher wants to hit somebody. Well, I take that back. I mean, obviously, they're sometimes retribution. But generally speaking, so Knight will touch the bag, and
pitch running at first, number 22, Brandon Harrison.
Brandon Harrison will run for him.
At the plate, pitcher Ethan Altman.
So here's Altman now. Runners with 2 outs will be going on any kind of contact. First pitch is inside, ball 1. Let's see what Altman's been up to. He's been hit by a pitch twice and scored both times. 7-0 Sumrall here in the 4th. Kraft, much more of a deliberate worker than Donovan Hale was before him. Andy Davis telling his kids that are warming up down the right field line to go to the bullpen and don't be out here on the field next to the dugout. The 1-0 pitch, swung on, fly ball, foul territory over by the dugout. McNeese is over there. Does he have a play? No, he should have had a play. But Sibley was over there beginning to warm up under the watchful eye of Jackson Williamson. But now they'll all head down to the bullpen. which I think is what Andy Davis wanted them to do to begin with. A ball and a strike to Ethan Altman. Again, 2 outs, runners on first and second. 2-1, that pitch is low. Phillips at second, Harrison at first. They'll be going on any kind of hit. Here it comes. It bounces out of the catcher's hands. Throw to third, not in time. Runners are there. So now a base hit most certainly would score 2. Not just 1. And it's a 3-1 count with Cade Dito on deck. Strike 2. Beautiful pitch right on the corner. Just challenged Altman to hit the fastball. So big pitch coming up here. The payoff. High and inside, ball 4. So Altman is on for the 3rd straight time. And because he's the catcher and there are 2 outs, Liam Munn will run for him again. And Kraft is done. Looks like another pitching change for the Seminary Bulldogs. When we come back, the Bobcats will have the bases loaded with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning, already leading 7-0. This is the home of Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, and it's powered by our friends at Dandy Dan's. So Gabe Cameron comes in now, the right-hander, to face Cade Dito and potentially Hayes Rayner. The righty in to face Dito, but remember, Rayner is a left-handed stick.
Right fielder, Cade Dito.
Dito was hit by a pitch and scored in the 2nd, and he struck out in the 3rd. So here he is in the 4th with the bases loaded and no place to put him. First pitch to him, swung on, here's a chopper toward 3rd. They'll have to go to 1st, long throw, and they got him by half a step. So Dito is out on the 5-3 putout, but for Sumrall, there were 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, and 3 men left on base.
For Sumrall in the bottom of the 4th, 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base. After 4 innings of play, Sumrall 7, Seminary 0.
Sibley back on the mound for the top of the 5th inning. And he will face hitters 8, 9, and 1. Thanks to our businesses, Com South, in the business of business communications for a long, long time. And they've been supporters of Sumrall Athletics for many years, thanks to Com South. The Casey Long Alpha Insurance Agency for their continued support. Rainforest Car Wash, we're coming up into pollen season. My allergies can tell you all about that. Rainforest Car Wash is the place we can get all that pollen taken care of. And if you get that foul ball that smashes your hood or your windshield, recommended, rec with a W, recommended collision, Link Gatwood and all of his crew can help you. And our friends at Real South Hunting. Stacy Clark, State Farm Insurance Agent, our friends at Java Mo's, and of course, Dandy Dan's. Here's Wade Barr, the catcher now. He walked his first time up. This is only his second at bat, and we're here in the 5th inning. Big crowd here on hand and a beautiful night in the Raw. First pitch is high, ball 1. It's been a long time since Sibley's been out there, so he made sure that he was loose and ready to go. That pitch is inside, 2-0 now. He's got 8 strikeouts, and talk about a picture of consistency. 2 Ks in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. 2-0 the count to Wade Barr. There's a strike. It's now 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Donovan Hale, who started on the mound, is up next. And he was then moved to short when Kraft came in to pitch. Swing and a miss. Barr down on strikes. 1 away in the 5th. And here comes Hale, who struck out looking his first at bat. Well, a couple of the things, it's early in the season, but a couple of things come to mind that you can take away from this Sumrall team so far. First pitch here. Here's a high fly ball to right field, being tracked by Dito. He's there to put that one in his back pocket. Very quickly, 2 away. One is the versatility of a couple of the players. Rayner comes to mind, in particular in center field. That junior has really been impressive. The versatility of Little being able to hit from both sides. First pitch here is a strike on the corner. This is Laden Mclaren, the leadoff hitter. He has struck out twice, once swinging in the first, once looking in the third. And if Sibley continues his average, he would strike McLaurin out for 2 here in the 5th. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's exactly what happened. So Sibley strikes out 2 more. So that's a total of 10. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base after 4.5 innings of play. Sumrall 7, Seminary 0.
But the other thing is, with Sumrall being undefeated, you'd really have to admit that neither Phillips nor Norrid offensively have been very hot. They have started out pretty slowly. So you can imagine if Phillips and Norrid can start bringing their bats to life a little bit, how good can this team be? So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Rayner, Barrett, and Little. So it'll be lefty, righty, lefty to face the right-handed pitcher Gabe Cameron for the Bulldogs. And a shout out to the Seminary Dog Pound. I've been to concession stands in my day and around the years, but you got to go far and wide. And no disrespect to any other concession stands around the area, but at the Dog Pound in Seminary, they go the extra 2 miles. I mean, they have cooked steaks out there before. Rayner has put the bat on the ball twice. He has a bases clearing triple, a 3-run triple, and he lined out to center field. So he's hit it well twice. First pitch to him is a strike. Cameron floating it in there to Rayner. Bobcats looking for some runs here in the 5th. Strike 2. Rayner behind in the count now, 0-2 with Barrett on deck. And Barrett has been on every time. Barrett's got a triple to his credit tonight to go with that homer last night. The 0-2 outside. Rayner was leaning, but that one was way too far out. The 1-2 pitch. That's outside again. 2-2. The 10-run rule would be in effect here in the 5th. The only inning that Sumrall didn't score at least 2 was the first inning. That's when they didn't get any. I'm not sure where that one was. That sure looked good from here, but the count fills at 3-2. So Rayner may have gotten away with one there. Here comes the payoff pitch, the 3-2 effort. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. One away, and here's Hayden Barrett.
Left fielder Hayden Barrett.
Hayden Barrett playing a little country rock and roll, huh? Barrett has been hit by a pitch. He has walked, tripled, and scored. So he is 1 for 1 officially. And he takes the first pitch on the inside corner from Cameron for strike 1. Sumrall batting in the 5th. Outcome really has not been in jeopardy. Strike 2 on the inside corner. Cameron not throwing it hard, but just nibbling the corners. What you'd call a true finesse pitcher. And the 0-2. Swung on. That ball is muscled toward right field and gets out of play. McNeese came over there to give it a look, but over the fence. 0-2 to the Sumrall left fielder, Hayden Barrett. Cameron looks in to get the sign. And now time is called at the plate. I thought that he was waiting an exorbitant amount of time. Now what do the guys have in the dugout over there? They've got something on the end of a, is that a rally monkey? Breaking ball, and it's fouled right over us. Some type of stuffed animal on the end of a handle. That's got to be a rally monkey. 7 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Sumrall. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. They'll have to clean it up at first, and they do, and Barrett is out on strikes. 2 away, and Gabe Cameron looking like Cy Young here.
Second baseman Ty Little.
And he can't be throwing it 70 miles an hour, maybe. Little has walked, and he's been hit by a pitch twice. So he officially doesn't even have an at-bat. That pitch is outside. The 1-0 pitch, outside again. Marshall Phillips waiting for another chance to get up there. He had a single and a couple of RBIs in his last at-bat. Both teams matched goose eggs in the first, but ever since then, the Lamar County guys have had their way. 3-0 to Little. He's one pitch away from being on for the 4th time tonight. Fans chanting ball 4, and that's a strike on the inside corner. So Little now will be free to move about the cabin, so to speak, with a 3-1 count. Batting in the bottom of the 5th. Outside. So Little is on again. And here's Marshall Phillips with 2 away. And in the past, Marshall has had problems with these kind of pitchers. Phillips is much better with pitchers that'll just rear back and rifle it because his hands are so quick. But there's a ground ball to third. And through the wickets, and quickly, Little rounds second, is on his way to third. Phillips will go to second, and he is going to be a dead duck. He tried to extend that to get to second base, so he'll be credited. Actually, it'll be an error, E5. Phillips reaches on an error and then gets rung up at second base. So for Sumrall in the bottom of the 5th, no runs on no hits. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base.
For the Bobcats in the bottom of the 5th, no runs, no hits. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base after 5 innings of play. Sumrall 7, Seminary 0.
So we go to the top of the 6th inning. Sibley's back out there, and we'll report back to you in a moment. This is Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. So we go to the top of the 6th inning. Jackson Williamson has come in to play second base for Sumrall. Ty Little has moved to third. Norred has moved to first. Sibley back to work with 10 strikeouts, swing and a miss as he faces Logan Kraft, who's been hit by a pitch and grounded to the first baseman, who at the time was Andrew Knight. Swung on, here's a chopper. Phillips will cut across the infield, cut it off, make the quick throw. Good stretch by Norrid, and there's 1 away. Nice play by Phillips. Kind of cut it off at the angle and then used that rocket arm to make a throw across for 1 out. And here's Craig Bullock now.
Number 10, Craig Bullock.
The outfield appears that Dito is still in right, that Rayner is still in center. Now we might have, there's a strike. That does not look like Hayden Barrett to me in left field. That might be Liam Munn in left field. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, here's a drive to right field. Ball is well hit, but being tracked by Dito. He is there to make the catch, and there's 2 away. Cade Dito, very deliberate, but pulled that one down for 2 away. And here now is Eli McNeese. And dare I say that with 2 outs in the 6th, Sibley, Cross the boss, does not have a K here in the 6th. We'll have to alert the media. First pitch is a strike on the corner. McNeese has struck out twice, once swinging and once looking. So Williamson now at second base. Here's the 0-1. Swung on. Here's a grounder towards short. Phillips has to attack it. Has plenty of time. Makes the throw for the 3rd out of the inning.
In the inning for Seminary, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base after 5.5 innings played.
So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Seminary 0.
It's the Bobcats 7 and the Bulldogs nothing. Looking ahead to the Sumrall 6th, it's Norrid, Odom, and Knight are the scheduled hitters, but we'll see how Sumrall moves that lineup around when we return in a moment. This is Sumrall Bobcat Baseball powered by Dandy Dan's. Kelly Sander back with you at Larry Knight Field, and pleased and privileged to be your eyes and ears and the voice of your Bobcats. Here's Hayden Norrid leading off in the bottom of the 6th inning. Sumrall leading 7-0. And Norrid, his first look at Gabe Cameron. First pitch is a strike on the corner. Cameron just nibbles the corners, doesn't throw it hard, but he throws strikes. And that's all that counts, right? The bottom line. Floats that one in there. That missed inside. Meanwhile, Andy Davis going to the bench. Jaron Gore is in the on-deck circle. Looks like he'll get a shot to swing it here. That's outside. 2-1 now to 12, which is the number that Norrid wore for me all those years with the Oak Grove Mojo. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. Gabe Cameron, the 3rd of 3 Seminary pitchers. Donovan Hale started. Logan Kraft through to about 5 hitters. And now Gabe Cameron, who has been very effective. 3-1 pitch, swung on. Little floater out toward left field, and that drops for a base hit. I don't think Norrid will be real happy with that. You could just kind of tell by the way that he was running to first base, but it is a hit nonetheless. And here's Jaron Gore. Jaron Gore hitting for Levi Odom.
Number 38, Jaron Gore.
So Gore, who took infield tonight at first base, and he's another one of those guys that can pitch. There's a strike on the inside corner. Williamson has got a stick, and he is in the on-deck circle. He went in to play second base in the top of the inning. The 0-1 inside, 1-1 now. Gore wearing jersey number 38. A log jam at first base for Sumrall. You got Knight, you got Norrid, and you got Gore. Here's the 1-1 inside, nearly hit him. 2-1. Sumrall leading 7-0 batting here in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-1 inside, 3-1. They have consistently tried to bust Gore on the inner part of the plate, but it's missing just off the plate. So the 3-1. That's ball 4. Same spot. So Gore is on. And now here comes Williamson.
Number 5, Jackson Williamson.
And then Altman comes in the on-deck circle, so he would bat in his regular spot. So Williamson batting for Knight here. Nobody out. Bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch outside, ball 1. Andy Davis is going to let Williamson take his hacks here, and you don't blame him. With limited opportunities to swing it in a varsity game, you let the kid take a whack at it. Swing and a miss. Jackson Williamson was warming up at second base with Ty Little prior to the game, and now gets to see some action as the second sacker. Here's the 1-1. That missed high, 2-1. Cameron comes set, and here comes the 2-1 pitch. There's a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. With runners on first and second, they'll obviously have to go on a ground ball in a force situation. The 2-2, high and inside, 3-2. And in a closer game, you might think that Andy Davis would have the runners going here, but with a 7-run lead, probably not. But we'll see how he plays it. The 3-2, runners not going. Swung on, there's a shot to third. There's the force at third for 1, over to first, double play. So a 5-5-3 double play.
Catcher, Ethan Altman.
So here's Altman with a runner on second base now and 2 away. And outside and low, ball 1. Altman has been hit by a pitch twice, and he has walked, so he officially doesn't even have an at-bat. Dito on deck should he be needed here in the 6th with 2 outs. Pickoff play to second base. Man, a very comfortable night. It has just been a delight. Game has been at a comfortable pace. You see the fans over here socializing as best they can in a COVID situation. Sumrall in control of this one. 7-0 Bobcats here in the bottom of the 6th. And that hit him. So Altman has been hit 3 times tonight, and he walked the other time.
Number 3, K. Dito.
What did he ever do to these guys? So he's going to be run for. Landon Holloman. And I'm telling you, I like this Holloman kid. I like him a lot. Swung on. First pitch swinging is Dito. A high pop left field, and it is caught for out number 3. So Dito flies to 7. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base.
For the Bobcats in the bottom of the 6th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. There were 2 men left on base after 6 innings of play. Sumrall 7, Seminary 0.
We go to the last chance 7th for Seminary. Sibley's out there to try to finish up what he started. And we'll have the top of the 7th for you. He will face hitters 5, 6, and 7 when we continue in a moment. This is the home of Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, and it's powered by Dandy Dance. I think this song on the music was from Dodgeball. Wasn't it in Dodgeball from the movie? Okay, so the defense here for the Cats going to the top of the 7th is what it was last inning. Ty Little at third, Marshall Phillips at short, Jackson Williamson at second, Hayden Norrid at first, and then the outfield, Liam Munn in left, Rayner in center, and Dito in right. So Sibley will face Tucker Woods, Tyler Keys, and Isaac McQueen here in the last chance 7th. Sumrall leading 7-0.
Tucker Woods.
First pitch from Sibley is high and away, ball 1. Woods was out on a 3-1, grounded to the first baseman who threw to the pitcher covering, and then was Sibley's 7th strikeout victim in the 4th. 1-1 the count here in the top of the 7th inning. Bobcats looking to stay undefeated and going over to Smoky Harrington Park tomorrow at 2 o'clock to take on the Hub City Kitties. The 1-1 pitch. Strike on the corner. One and 2 the count. Sibley kicks and delivers. Strike 3, fastball on the corner, got him. Down he goes. Strikeout number 11.
Number 2,
for Sibley. And here's Keys, who has struck out twice against Sibley. High and away, ball 1. And again, just kind of looking at the pitching rotation and the way it's worked, you'd think that Norred would get the call tomorrow, but Andrew Knight would also be available, you'd think. The 1-0 pitch, swung on, lifted out of play, foul over by the football field. 1-1 the count. Of course, Knight did get hit in the hip earlier tonight. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball and a beauty in there for strike 2. Sibley doesn't use the bender a lot. He'll change the speeds. You know, a change lots of times is more effective than the bender, but that one was clearly the breaker. The 1-2 pitch here, fastball, tried to blow it past him and missed high, 2-2. Cross the boss, Sibley. So we mentioned headed to Jones next year. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, here's a high fly ball to right field, not deep. Dito was there waiting on it, and he puts it away for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down.
Number 21, Isaac McQueen.
And here is Isaac McQueen now. He's been hit by a pitch and grounded to short. Two outs, bases empty. First pitch to him is a beautiful pitch. Lefty against lefty here. The wind has died down again now in center field. No wind at all to speak of. The 0-1. Another one and another strike. Sibley not really even throwing hard here. He's just splitting the plate. 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty here in the 7th. Sumrall in cruise control. And strike 3, and that is the ball game. 12 strikeouts for Cross Sibley.
Score, Sumrall 7, Seminary 0. Congratulations to Cross Sibley for throwing a no-hitter.
Cross Sibley with a no-hitter tonight against the Seminary Bulldogs. The final line score, the Bobcats 7 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Seminary no runs, no hits, 2 errors. Cross Sibley gets the win. He throws a no-hitter, and the Bobcats remain undefeated. Our next webcast will be at Hattiesburg tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We hope you'll join us then on our YouTube channel. The Bobcats win it. I'm Kelly Sander for producer Jeremy Thompson. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. The Bobcats against the Tigers. You've been watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball on the Sumrall Athletics YouTube channel, powered by Dandy Dams.